So, comparititis versus authenticity. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Chef's Table. And definitely, this is a fork conversation. My name is Chef Katrina, and I am super excited to be here with you today at the Chef's Table because this is a conversation that we are all having. Every time as an entrepreneur, this is a conversation that tends to stick with us, tends to stop us, tends to keep us from moving forward. And it's the disease of comparititis. And it's comparititis versus authenticity. Like, how do you not compare yourself, but be authentic in this journey of being an entrepreneur? Many of you are getting started. Many of you have started, and many of you are looking for, well, how does this all go together? How can I make this all work? Do I have enough knowledge to be sharing it with somebody? Do I need more knowledge, right? And that's the perpetual question we're always asking. Do I need more knowledge in order to help or make a difference with somebody in building a business, right? So one of the things, and I was just thinking about this morning as I wake up, because I wake up to you guys every morning, and I think to myself, how can I serve you, right? I'm like, what is it that I can do or say or teach today that might impact you in what you're doing? So for me, I keep hearing this a lot. We're always comparing ourselves to somebody else's journey. We have to be cautious. We have to kind of protect ourselves against this, because a lot of the times, especially with social media, we compare what we're doing behind the scenes to somebody else's highlighted reels, because social media gives us this false sense that people's lives are always extraordinary. I can make my life and look any way I want it to and share that on social media. So there's a tendency when we're getting up and we're doing this business that it has to look a certain way, that it needs to look just like somebody else and how they're doing it. And this comparititis is something I want you to just be very cautiously guide yourself with, right? Don't let social media create this fake facade around how you have to build your business. There are thousands of gurus that will tell you 1,000 different ways in which you can build your business. And shockingly, every single one of them is right. There isn't a better way. There isn't a faster way. There isn't an easier way. They're all the same ways. It's the work that's being done by you showing up authentically and sharing and doing your business, right? I always thought about this, and I was sitting here and I'm like, we talk about find somebody that you resonate with, somebody that does what you want to do what they do, and you'll have what they have. That's like the quote that's out there, right? If you want something, you have to do what they do to do this. But inside of that quote, there's a little bit of a twist. There's a little shift inside of there. See, you can find somebody that is doing what you want to do, and you can learn from them. You can absolutely say, hey, I want to know what it is you're doing, and I want to learn from you how to do this. But see, the path that you're walking on, so the path that if you walked with me, I'll give you guys an example. And if we start walking today on this path of Pinterest, and you ask me, can you show me exactly what you've done to make success online with Pinterest? My answer is going to be yes, I can show you. I've built out courses around this. I've put together training around this. I've fumbled through this whole world of Pinterest marketing. I'm still learning and still, tweaking my process, right? But if you're on this journey with me, my request is not that you walk the same path as me, but that you start planting your own seeds. Start decorating the journey to look the way you want it to look, right? We're actually on this journey by side, but maybe not on the same path. Your path, you might be planting dandelions. Your path might have you singing in the rain. Your path might have you waking up this morning with your kids running around you. Your path might look a little different than mine. But we can walk side by side, and I can say, hey, watch out for that bump. Hey, I see it. I don't know if you see it. I see you're kind of looking down. Hey, there's something up ahead that you probably want to keep an eye out for, right? That's what you're looking for when you're learning from somebody. They're just there because they've been a little bit ahead of you, right? I might be just a little bit ahead of you on this path, and I'm seeing some of the things just to forewarn you of what's coming on this journey that you're on. But it's still your journey. And I still want you to experience the path that you're on. And I still want you to have and make your mistakes. Because that authenticity, that being real in front of your tribe that's following you, gives them permission to do the same. See, we can't be perfect online. That's like ridiculous. We have a trainer inside of this 5-day challenge that I'm in, Ivan Alvarez, Coach Ivan. And Ivan is brilliant with this, right? He keeps telling this all the time. He's like, you are unique. Your DNA is 100% unique to you. There is nobody on this planet like you. And that's your reason to shine. That's your reason to go out there and share what you learn. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and, we were just talking about, it's like, what would it look like for you to just authentically show up? I laugh about it all the time, but I've seen it time and time again. Yeah, progress is not perfection, right? I've seen it time and time again. People, it's as simple as coming onto a live like this. And maybe you learned something today. Maybe you went through a course. Maybe you read a book. Maybe you did something simple. And the crazy thing is I can do something like, hey, I'm reading this book right now, and you guys are all going to go, ooh, I need to get a hold of that book, right? It's not that I've done anything crazy or done anything better, but what I'm doing is I'm sharing my journey with you. I'm sharing with you that there's a book that I'm reading. And I'm sharing with you that there's quotes in here and there's things that are saying in here that are resonating with me, right? This is as simple as what you can do on your journey. What are you learning? What's it mean to you? How is it impacting your business? How are you putting it into your business, right? Did you learn something today and go test it out? Well, what were the results? Was it good? Was it bad? Yesterday I was in my mastermind with my Pinterest students, right? I have an inner circle. We call it kitchen accountability. It's way too much fun. I play way too much into the chef thing, right? But I was like, okay, here, guys, this is what I'm doing. It hasn't worked yet, right? I mean, it hasn't worked yet. I'm still trying to figure this out, right? I'm testing these things. I'm testing this process. I'm testing to see what happens. So I shared my screen. I said, okay, so this is the pin I created. This is the offer. This is how I kind of came up with this pin and the offer. This is where they're going to. Here's the Pinterest ad that I'm running. And I just said, as I share with all my Pinterest students, I'm like, this is the last 7 days in which we all know that there's not much I can do except for just watch and see what Pinterest delivers and just starting to get some of my numbers back. But see, I'm transparent about my journey. I'm not saying this ad successfully went. I mean, this ad might bomb altogether. I don't know, and sharing that with them gives them a confidence to be able to do it themselves, right? I'm all about just kind of being like transparent around this. Like, I'm learning this. I'm going to show you what's behind the scenes. I'm going to pull back the curtain. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but that's part of the journey. See, and that's one of the reasons I joined a tribe of entrepreneurs, because when they said, hey, we're going to show you guys, we're going to have income producing activity workshops. And I was blown away the first time I went to one of these guys. Actually, it reinforced the reason I do what I do, or why I do what I do, right? Because I went there and they said, hey, join our income producing activities. We're going to show you exactly the types of conversations we have with people. We're going to show you how we actually have business conversations, start business conversations. And I literally watched Master Trainer Ali sit there and say, okay, so this is what I'm doing on Facebook. Oh, I know this person really well, so I'm sending this type of message. And for the first time, it was like watching the doors open. Like, somebody wasn't just saying, hey, you have to join my team and I'll give you some concepts and you can go test them out and then let me know your results. It was like, no, here, I'm going to do this with you. And so as he's doing that, I'm testing it also, right? I'm like, okay, let me send that type of message and see what happens. And some of the results were good and some of the results were kind of fell flat, right? Majority of them fell flat because I was learning, right? I was taking what he was sharing with me, but then I also had to learn that doesn't sound like me. That's not how I would talk or speak. And I learned to just kind of tweak it a little bit, right? But that's part of this process, right? Is you can learn from somebody, test what they're telling you, and then start making your own. Eventually, the authenticity of who you are is going to outweigh anything I can say. Well, what do I have to say? anything, right? And I know that's the most frustrating answer because I remember sitting there in my first meeting and they're like, whatever you say comes out of your mouth, that's going to be the best answer. And I'm like, that's a terrible answer. Terrible. But this is the journey you're on. You are supposed to take what you learn and then make it your own. Make it resonate for you. You're reading this and learning things from books and myself, and you're hearing things that are meaningful, impactful to you. Because I promise you, for those that are watching, each one of you is hearing something different about what I'm saying because you're in the place you are in your life, right? That is the power of this. That is the power of being surrounded by a group of entrepreneurs. That's the power of finding a tribe of entrepreneurs that are from every walk of life, because you'll learn something from each and every single one of them, right? I'm in this 5-day challenge right now with this group, and every time somebody does a live, I get another nugget. Actually, what's interesting is when I do my training for this challenge, right? When I present and I talk about marketing online, it so fascinates me when I listen to their homework assignment and they tell me what they heard. And it's so different for each person. And it just reminds me that everybody's on a different path in their journey, and everywhere you're at is perfectly okay. It's perfectly authentic. It's perfectly beautiful, right? So stay where you're at. And if you don't have a tribe, if you aren't surrounded by a group of entrepreneurs that pour into you, that support you, that reach down and that you can reach up to, if you're don't have access to that type of tribe and you're thirsty for a group that literally wants to see you succeed probably more than you do, then let me know. Just drop the word tribe and say, hey, what is this tribe? And I'll reach out to you. This might be a fit for you. It might not be a fit for you. I don't know. But you ultimately are the one that makes the best decision for your business. And all I am responsible for is presenting an opportunity for you to look at. At the end of the day, what you do with it is 100% up to you. Hey, I've said a lot of no's over the years around products and services I didn't need at the time, but it doesn't mean I wasn't a yes later on. Everybody is on this journey together. And if you want to be part of a tribe that truly wants to see you succeed, provides invaluable training that you're not going to get at this price point anywhere else, if you want to be able to access incentives and be able to leverage tools that can help you grow and scale your business, if you want to plug into a possibility of earning an extra residual income as an affiliate so that you can help that money can help you grow and scale your business, that's what's possible, right? There are so many things out there for you to take advantage of, but you have to choose for yourself. Find out if it aligns with you, and that's all you can do. So I thank you guys so much for joining me here at the Chef's Table. I hope you got something from today's training. If you did, let me know. And for those of you that want to dive in a little bit deeper, right? So if you're not ready for a tribe, but you're like, hey, I want to stay in touch with you. I want to know more about the blog posts you write, the videos that you do. I want to know what's going on in your head of yours. You can join me. I've put together a digital marketeer club. I love the word marketeer. I think that's from my Disney days. But I discovered that a digital marketeer or a marketeer is somebody that is in the industry selling, making a difference, and providing value. So I decided I was going to create this digital marketeer club, totally free to join. This is just me emailing you out, keeping you up to date around different things that are taking place. Some things might resonate with you. Some things might not. That's totally cool, right? You can unsubscribe at any time. If you find that I'm like annoying or you don't like what I teach, I'm cool with that, right? You're not going to hurt my feelings if you've decided it's not for you. But I give you an opportunity to kind of join with me, hang out with me, learn from me as I email tips, tricks, and things that I'm learning along this journey. And I share this with my digital marketeers because I'm out to ensure that my digital marketeers, this incredible group that wants to become, online marketers and build phenomenal businesses, get some of my basic training and tools for you. So I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. I thank you so much for joining me on here, and I look forward to seeing you next week at the Chef's Table. So with that, have a great one, everybody, and we will chat very soon. Talk to you soon, everyone. Bye.